Check one. Check two. We're live. Uh-huh. La 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 la. Oh, oh, oh.
You remember this place we used to call this our home. We were the perfect days, and the rent was so low. All that we had then was our love.
Check one.
Making it up
All right,
as we went along.
Uh-huh. Good morning, everybody.
We used to live here.
Yep. We used to
live
here. Ah, Fruit Bats. This is a guy from the band The Shins. You remember The Shins? I like it. I'm leaning towards piano music, if you haven't noticed. I like the piano.
Remember all that.
The guitar is inferior, man. The guitar is, you know what? The guitar is less of an instrument, right? It only has 6 strings. And the piano has, I don't know, I think like 80, right? And you just get more sound out of the piano. The guitar is like a toy, right? Sorry, rock stars, man, but you better expand into piano while you can. Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conde reporting on The Freak Show that is America. Boys are girls, girls are boys. Up is down, left is right, and black is white, white is black. Indian is black if the Indian wants to be. Look at the complexion of this Indian dude, right? He's actually darker as an Indian. And then he made himself up as a black to get into medical school, and he got in. The Indian guy got into medical school with a 3.1 GPA, right? He got in front of everybody because he was allegedly black. And he did it as a kind of, hey, you know, whatever, man. Yeah, I am black. Look at my skin. I'm black. My people were slaves. But that's the ridiculousness of the American system. Here's another dude running, competing against women, swearing up and down that he's a woman. Ketanji Jackson Brown believing it, confirming it, pushing it, insinuating that white doctors are more likely to kill black infants. Have you heard? She actually said that. She says the likelihood of a black infant. A black infant is twice as likely to live than a white infant, which is ridiculous. There is no statistic. It's marginally different. They both have a 99% survival rate if all is well. But she's blaming basically the physicians, because if it's a black physician, then the black physician will take care of the black infant more than the white. The white doctor lets the black infant die. Now, that's the Supreme Court justice saying that, not me, and we'll see it in our own words. That's pretty crazy stuff. What else you got? What else you want? You want to talk about Trump? Yeah. Talk about the weather. Weather's nice. My kind of weather, 67 and raining. Beautiful. I was outside yesterday, man. Things you can't do in the city, or you never think to do in the city. When you live in a suburban kind of area where you have a backyard, and I was out there yesterday in the rain. It just broke. It was like 85 degrees. It was fucking hot and sweaty, that hot, sticky, sweaty. And then the rain came, and it was like boom, like real fucking downpour rain. And I went out there with my swim trunks on. I lasted like a good 20 minutes, man. What a beautiful. I felt like I got out of a cold pool, doing a little yoga in the grass, pouring, boom, buckets of rain, buckets of water coming down. So wonderful, right? Got to do stuff like that while you're alive, man. You can't wait. Right? because that perfect moment will never come. Right? The perfect moment is now. Right? And if it's buckets full of rain, if you're going to sit inside and say, "Oh, fuck that, I don't want to go outside, I'll get wet." No. Put your gym shorts on and go outside and get wet. And see what happens. It's beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if I would do it when it's 65. I'll do it when it's 85. At 65, you got to be a little bit more macho, a little more, maybe some meat on the bone. So thank you everybody for joining me. We're all here today. Weevil Girl in the house. Jim Gerard is here. Vinny D. Martini in the house. Champs. Weesty, John Griggs. Griggs, yes. John Griggs, Jante Tactre. How are you guys? How's everybody doing, man? Yeah, good morning, everybody. And everybody else who's lurking, my name is Marcus Conte. I got a website somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the page up. Marcus Conte. Here we go. Yeah, so I got a website, and every morning at 9 a.m. we're live. Marcus in the Morning, we call the show. And at 9 a.m., you click on, you don't need notification, you just come on down and you find out what's going on in your world. The world that we know it today, the world that we used to know, is gone. Are you old-fashioned? Are you old-fashioned to think that men are actually men and women are women? How fucking crazy are you? How absurd, how discriminatory you are. To not know that men are not men and women are not women, and of course black is more important than white, and should be affirmed, and such. Right? You're getting old fashioned. You're getting old, man. You gotta widen your scopes, right? You gotta stick with the liberals so that you know what how to act. So those are the types of things we talk about. Not everything, not all the time, but right now that's what we're talking about. And come on down, join us. You can join us live every morning. You don't need notification, as I said. Just join us at 9 a.m. And yeah, that's my thumbnail. That's my thumbnail today. A dude winning the women's race, girl falling on her face to catch him. Ketanji Brown Jackson, the 6th Jackson 5. Number 6, the Jackson 6, on the Supreme Court, insinuating that white physicians kill black babies more than half the time. It's fucking sick. That's a sick accusation, but that's what she's saying. Racism. And it's a great example. I like that Miss Jackson is there to tell us just how effective affirmative action is, because Ketanji Brown Jackson was placed on the Supreme Court through affirmative action. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, says she's a black woman, a black and a woman. That's a twofer. And he appointed her Supreme Court Justice, and the Congress confirmed her. Overwhelmingly. But that was affirmative action. That wasn't merit. And so, of course, she's voting along the lines of affirmative action. Of course, affirmative action, it's to disregard it is racist. Right? So you get what you get, right? Congratulations, America. You got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Luckily, right now, the Supreme Court is tilted towards sanity. Thank you, Donald Trump, for doing that. The new three Supreme Court justices are voting, it seems, in a sane, human manner, as opposed to this defect right here, Ketanji Brown. So what would happen? Let's jump right in. What happens if Trump is hypothetical? Even Sleepy Joe had to laugh at this one. But it's not really funny because he's the president of the United States. He's the only one with pardoning powers. Would Joe Biden pardon Donald J. Trump if Donald J. Trump is convicted through his kangaroo courts? Let's see what he says.
Do you see that Ron DeSantis said that if he became president, he would pardon Trump? Where are you on the idea of presidents pardoning Trump?
What a jerk off.
It's a great question.
He thinks it's a joke. He thinks it's a joke. The president is asking you about a former president. Now, if he said that about Obama, watch how serious his face would have gotten. Or if he would have said that about Bush, do you think that Bush should be held accountable for for lying to the American people about weapons of mass destruction and killing a million Iraqis and maybe 20,000 Americans? Would he laugh at it? But Trump is laughing matter because he's behind it. That's why it's so funny, right? Because his son is getting carted off to jail, maybe. Well, maybe not to jail, but certainly some probation for his tax evasion and quid pro quo, and carrying a gun when he wasn't supposed to. But Joe Biden thinks it's funny, So yeah, we have a problem understanding this is about bail, right? In the old days, if you committed a crime, you would be treated like a criminal. If you stole from somebody or broke into somebody's house, or and a whole variety of what's looked at as nonviolent crimes. I don't see that. I say all crime is violent because, for example, if you're shoplifting and someone tries to stop you and you kill them or they kill you, it becomes violent. All crime can lead to violence. But in California, they've doubled down on the zero bail policy. Right? No bail. No bail for crimes that fall under the bar of what California sees as dangerous. Right? So a whole plethora of crimes are now bail-free. So in other words, you can go into, Target or Walmart or anything, loot the shit out of the store. If you get caught, there's no bail. You'll go in, you'll get processed, you go out, and you can rack up 30 or 40 of those before the law catches up to you. And you go from California, then you move to New York for a few years and they forget all about you. And then you go back to California and New York forgets all about you. Something like that. All right. But I don't know where I stand. I don't think bail is not really constitutional to hold someone, especially poor people, hold them until they can give the county some money. They got to pay their way out. Obviously, bail, these types of reforms don't apply to rich people because rich people have a lawyer with a deep bank account sitting next to them to bail them the F out. So bail is arguably unconstitutional. It's true. Well, let's listen to this report. 50 Cent. 50 Cent, the black rapper, put it up. Let's listen.
Judge Riff made the point of saying that he implored California officials like the sheriff, the chief of police, the district attorney, the city attorney. He implored them to testify to explain why he shouldn't issue this order. And he was surprised when no one stood up to challenge it.
No one challenged it. Not LAPD Chief Michael Moore, LA County Sheriff Robert Luna, or District Attorney George Gascon.
Starting at midnight tonight, the Sheriff's Department will no longer detain people for crimes such as theft, shoplifting, drug use, vandalism, battery, and a whole host of other non-serious, non-violent crimes that affect the quality of life of people here in Los Angeles County.
LA Deputy DA John McKinney explains that due to Judge Lawrence Riff's ruling, many people arrested will be released immediately without having to pay bail before their arraignment.
So there you go. It's bail reform. They did it. You see what happened in New York. I don't know. What's the solution to the crime, the shoplifting, the battery, the vandalism, the violence, right? There was just a report. A guy got some dude was walking down the street in Manhattan, or maybe it was Brooklyn. I didn't save the clip, but he got shot by some psychopath radical black on a stolen scooter. Pulls over and shoots him. The Muslim guy walking to fucking synagogue, or walking to the mosque, and somebody shot him. But it's not violence. It's affirmative action. We have to take care of these crazy people because they're crazy. But anyway, so let's jump into wokeness gone wild. Tell us about what's going on, Fox News.
Wokeness gone wild. The
Yeah.
CDC releasing new guidance appearing to encourage men identifying as the opposite sex to breastfeed.
We're talking about chest feeding right here. Chest feeding. It's no longer breast, because if you're a man, you don't have a breast, but you can still chest feed your child, and that's supposed to nourish the child. Can anybody say child fucking abuse? You're having a child suck on your nipple, and there's nothing in there for the child to get. It never will be. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Nothing comes out. Nothing nutritional comes out the breast. It's not. It didn't happen that way. That's not the way nature intended it to happen. There's some people in the world, and they're female, and they have breasts with milk. But let's chest feed.
Published right now on their website, quote, gender.
This is the CDC saying this. Transgender and non-binary gender individuals. That's men dressed like women. May have birth and breast fed or fed at the chest.
Transgender and non-binary gendered individuals may give birth and breastfeed or feed at the chest. Then there's this. Portland is now telling city employees to avoid mentioning the term pregnant women to be more culturally conscious. And on college campuses, the University of Cincinnati deciding to take back its punishment on one of its professors who failed a student for using the term biological women in an essay. This is what the professor told the student after giving her a 0 on the paper.
I was told that I was contributing to TERF ideology, which should be the only version of feminism. And then I was told that sex is not defined at birth and it's not like a science thing.
The school is removing its reprimand from the professor's file, saying it was issued in error.
Issued in error.
So how far will this all go? Across the pond in the United Kingdom, it is now considered child abuse if parents don't pay for their kids' gender transition surgery or refuse to call their children by their preferred pronouns. That means...
Wow. Could you imagine that? That's child abuse. If a child, their child is thinks that if the boy thinks that he's a girl and you accidentally call the boy a girl, that's child abuse. Think about that for a second. Think about where we are in the world, where there's a war between the sexes, but there's also deep confusion. And what causes it? What causes it? I guess people are born thinking that their thoughts are, their self identity is all that important, right? I don't know. It overrides biology. Oh, I know. There's biology and there's gravity and there's up and there's down and there's sideways. But I know in my mind, I was born a man with a penis, but I am a woman. That's what it's ridiculous. It defies nature. Defies the natural universal order of things. To say things like that. It's a defected human, really.
Family members could be prosecuted under the law. Well, Charlie, when you and I were in the green room, we chose straws, and I got the short one and had to talk about chest feeding. And you said, I'm glad that's not me.
You just said the
I know,
word.
I said.
So you can't make this up, right? So if that's not bad enough, look at this guy, right? Very honest. Thank you, Mr. Indian Man, for coming forward. I got into medical school by pretending to be black. We must enforce Supreme's ruling. There you go. So there's the photo. Brilliant, right? Here, he's an Indian guy, right? Isn't he black? Is he as black as, is he as black as Shaq or Snoop Dogg? Is he? Well, he looks a little black. He looks kind of bronzed to me. And then he shaves his head like a brother. And it looks like he put on a couple of neck pounds, and he was acting black. He knows how to be a black. He's fucking black, man. I'm blacker than you, man. He's probably American. He doesn't have an Indian accent, and he could fake a black, right? So his name is, I'll try his name. Vijay Jojo Shokal Ingam. Come on, man. Yo, you gotta shave that down to John Smith or something, or John Blackwood. Call yourself Jojo Blackwood, so we know who you are. So the Supreme Court's decision banning college admission based on race was a good first step, but the challenge now is to see that schools abide by it. So the article alludes to the fact that colleges will find a loophole to get around the practice of affirmative action, the practice of racial discrimination in colleges, where they pick blacks over whites for that reason and that reason alone. But this guy, back in 98, he knew his odds of getting into medical school as an Indian American were tough. So he decided to put on his black suit and apply as a black. And what do you know? He got in, right? He got in. He only had a 3.1, right? So being dark-skinned, I pretended I was, quote, black, and got accepted despite a 3.1 GPA. Now, that's fucked up, right? Here's an Indian guy. And then he decided later he dropped out because he realized, maybe I'm not smart enough. I only got a 3.1. Everybody around me's got 4.0 and 3.8. Right? There's all the best of the best. Right? And I wasn't able to compete, so I dropped out. Right? And and then went to the family fucking tobacco store and sold whatever Indian people do. He worked for the family, but anyway, it's fascinating. There he is. That's the real Cockle. Great job, guy. Great job for bringing that to everyone's attention. It's crazy world. And here's Mr. Nick Hiltz. Dedicates USAFT championship win to transgender supporters. Fuck all those women. Let's transgender support. So transgender, if you're not aware of the term, that's when a man pretends to be a woman, believes, identifies as, in their heart of hearts, sees themselves as woman, as female, when everything biological, everything in the world, in their body, in their physical state, suggests that they are something else. It's a wrong use of will, really. But here he is, as a woman, having quote, beat out the other women, the real women, for a championship in running. Let's listen.
It looks nothing like a day session here, but
It's a man. It's a man. It's a man, right? Pay attention.
same like paper matching for sure.
What worked today?
What worked?
Yeah.
I think just like belief that I could, and that like I remember talking to my coach right before. He's like, whatever happens, like if it's so fast, like you have all these tools, and like no one could have predicted what the hell that was. But like I don't know. It kind of was like staying calm in the beginning and then making.
Oh boy! So there he is, winning. The dream season for Nick Hiltz continued on Saturday when the runner took first place in the women's 1,500-meter race at the USATF Championships. The surging runner, who identifies as transgender non-binary, isn't just winning for them. They said it was a win for the transgender community. Yay! Get ready, men. Hey, men. If you're a runner and you suck and you can't beat other men, right? You're a dude and you can't beat other dudes. You just put on a fucking dress, or just lisp a little bit and go out in front of the cameras and say, I'm transgender. I'm really a woman trapped inside of a man's body, and I feel so wonderful about being out about that. You could do that and maybe you'll win. Right? Stop finishing last amongst the men. I bet she can't compete against the men. Her times, the time reveals it. I don't know what her 1,500 meter race time was, but I bet it wasn't even close. If she's just edging out the women, the men run a full fucking 2 minutes faster or a minute faster in the 1,500. 1,500 is, I think it's like a little over a mile, right? Well, not a minute, but whatever it is, there's a significant, men beat the women significantly. And here you could see the women are tripping from behind to catch him. So he's not that fast, right? He's nothing, right? And he decided to run as a woman. It was awesome, he said. Who cares what you say? I feel like the GBTQ jerk-off community needed a win. And there's so many things that go through your mind in the race. And for whatever reason, that was kind of it in the back of my mind. Right? Hey, listen, be part of any community. I take that back. You be part of any community you want to. All right, but stop abusing women. Stop making women feel, oh, here's a good shot of his trunks. It looks like he cut off his junk. Does anybody see a bulge here? Let's look towards the green shorts. Does one see a bulge, or does one see maybe a camel fucking, you know what I mean? Is that flat? That looks like no luggage down below. No 3-piece set going on there under the green trunks. So, no breasts. Clearly a man. Look at the arms. She's got bigger arms than I do, right? I can make a great tranny, right? If I wanted to be a tranny, I should do that. I should go on the cover as a tranny. I would just need to practice a little bit. I would need to practice my walk. Hi, everybody. My name is Marcy. Hi, I'm Marcy. I could do it. I'll get some fake teeth, and I'll become a woman. I'll put some. I have long hair, so I could play. I can wear ponytails. I can wear a ponytail, like 2 ponytails, and with pink, and lipstick and eyeshadow, and just go out into public and try to see if anybody actually believes that you're a fucking woman, right? You know what kind of freaks that'll hit on you, man? Freaks. You get freaks. The freaks will come out. You're walking around. You're a dude, and you get these dirty old men trying to pick you up, man. It's like, yeah, man, I support you. I support you in your transgender travels. It was awesome. So there he is. There he is, beating out the women. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Nikki. Yeah, the victory for Nikki was 403, just ahead of the next one, 403.10 as opposed to 403.33. Look, the championship, best time men's 1500. Best time men's, look, 326. On average, it's about 330. Where's the fucking clip here? Oh, yeah. On average, the average man in the championship will run under 4. Right? Blow the women away. Right? A full half a minute faster in the mile. Right? But Nick, he's running half a minute slow. So if he were running against his male counterparts, he would be in the back, not in the front. Right? So, I mean, is there motive to put on the fucking tranny suit? Oh, yeah, I'm a woman. I identify as a woman. I've always been a woman. I knew it. And if you disagree with me, you're a fucking bigot and a racist and a homogenist and a homologist and a homophobe. So, there you go, man. Cannot make these things up. What else? Oh, let's look at the markets. Markets are open. Ding! Oh my God, we're open up. Fucking come on. Click on, man. We're waiting. What happened to Yahoo Finance? Yahoo Finance is dead. Yahoo. Ooh. Come on, I need a refresh here. I need a refresh. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? I think I'm stuck here. I think I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. No, we're open. So, yeah, it looks like the markets opened up. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 92. NASDAQ up 2 points, not much. S&P 500 up 6. Yeah, so we're going a little higher, it looks like. It looks like we're going green. Go take green over red any day. Apple, the big tech is under a little pressure. Not really. Facebook is up almost 7. Google down $1.50. Amazon down 2. Apple down $1.50. Just a little pullback. Nvidia up 80 cents. Tesla down $1. Rivian down 37 cents. 38 cents to 24.32. Wow, what I kick. Believe me, I mean, I suffer. I've been suffering over Rivian. I'll make a confession. I was suffering because I believed in it at $14, and it dropped to 13, and I was like, maybe it's not time for Rivian. And then it went to 20.5, like in a week. That's a huge move. When a stock goes from 14 to 25, that's big. That's almost double your money, right? And I didn't ride it. I dumped it. And what else? Bitcoin, a lot of speculation that Bitcoin might go to 50,000 by the end of the year. It's currently at 30,000. Down $43 right now to 30,269. War stocks are up. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, all up, all in the green. The holy vaccines, the stocks that give you the shot that you need. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, all up. Look at all that green. The war and the vaccine, right? They're in lockstep. And what else? Netflix up 4.5. That's big. So let's see if it holds. Let's see if we're going higher. Did NVIDIA ruin earnings season for stock market bulls? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think that what they're suggesting is that NVIDIA set the bar very high for technology. But it's really, see the whole shit right now, the whole war there, the whole race is about AI. Look at this article, and then I'll let you guys go. World powers in rush to get killer robots on the battlefield in AI arms race. As concerns grow, they can turn on humans. We train machines to fight our wars, to kill, to go into the battlefield and kill. It's an enemy. It identifies that town over there as an enemy. And it goes in there and it blows itself up and kills everybody. Or it blows everybody up from afar and saves itself and then comes and kills us. They figure, humans can't be trusted. They kill each other. So they're all the same. That's what the machine says. The AI says, well, the humans are some humans, the humans that program us are programming us to kill those humans over there. So that's pretty fucked up. They kill each other. So why wouldn't they kill us? Right? And then the machines get together. They put all their circuits together and say, well, why don't we kill them first? Right? Makes sense. Right? But anyway, I think it is the state of war. There's no more people inside of these killing machines, right? They're unarmed, right? The humans don't have to, storm the beaches and get shot at. They just have machines do it, or they don't even need to storm anything. They just go in there and blow everything up, and then when there's flat ground, we can land there safely without getting blown up. But AI, it is a mystery. Will AI can pilot F-16 fighter jets? It could, these things right here, all these drones are armed and deadly, right? You can fly a drone, a stealth drone, quiet, zero noise, and fly it right over someone's fucking head and shoot them. It's crazy, man. Here we go. What's this? facial recognition may prove to be a nightmare. Look at this. They got facial recognition to see what face is down in the cornfield. Look at this. Armed. This is an armed tank. This is a remote fucking gun. It's a gun, right, that rolls on the ground and creeps up on you and shoots and kills you, right? And if it's controlled by AI and not a human joystick, it's likely that it could, if it's thinking on its own, if it's making these decisions on its own, or whatever was programmed into it, it's potentially dangerous, right? But that is the nature of things. When machine stops listening to human, because it's already running in and of itself, especially if you nuclear power it, like a boat, like a ship, like a Navy ship that's already nuclearized and can stay out in the ocean 10, 12, 15 years without returning. What the fuck does it need you for? I just stay out there and float. So anyway, markets are up. NASDAQ clicking back and forth, green, red, green. Pick a direction already. Come on, man. So thank you all for joining me. Mark Escante reporting. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Joe Mama, Pyramid 7, welcome home. Pyramid 7, Colossal Bigfoot, Nickel Fritz 896. Cass Philly Camden enjoying the cooler, rainy weather here in Philadelphia, I'm sure, in Pennsylvania. It's nice out. It's still nice. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go run right now. I don't care if it rains. Go ahead, rain on me. See if I care. It's cool, man. Go cool off in the rain, man. Go cool off. And cool off in the rain, baby.
Looking up at the stars and the vines hanging low.
Peace, everybody.
All that we had then was you and me, living on love and making believe. We used to live here, we used to live here.